just try snapping at the cords.
Okay, sure, no problem. So you animate bits and pieces of machinery that kind of coalesce together and compose themselves into this one big item that crawls up the crystallized prison and then starts hacking at the cords. Like 2 attacks and the cords snap, and Harshnag's head kind of fall on the ground.
No, I don't want it to fall on the ground. I want it to fall into like the contraption. I want to
exactly.
hold the head in the contraption. And okay, and after that, the next turn, I'm going to bring it back to me.
Okay, good. We're back at ForGar.
I'm no longer invisible, by the way.
Okay, so the sword in your hand is now a Holy Avenger of Arkhosia. And just to kind of make it very clear, you have a +3 bonus to attack and damage roll made with this weapon. And if you hit a fiend or an undead with it, this creature gets an extra 2d10 radiant damage. Plus, while you hold the drawn sword, it creates an aura 10 feet radius around you. You and all creatures friendly to you in the aura have advantage on saving throw against spells and other magical attacks. Or effects, sorry.
That's crazy.
Cool. I didn't get all that. Anyway, you could send that to me at some point. I got an idea, but...
I'll send it to you right now. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. Cool. You guys don't seem stoked about this. Yeah, okay. So you guys, Quarian, you've taken the head of him, and you're like, that's all? You're leaving the body behind?
I can leave it by. I can try to raise a body. I could raise him from his head.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking about bringing him back.
The portal still looks active, right? Like, can I see what it is that's keeping the bit of the portal that's still active open?
Again, can you repeat that?
I want to look around and see if I can find something that I can break to make the portal fully disappear.
So you do see that the portal itself is just an opening in this cylinder, but it is surrounded with runes that probably were placed there by Lord Shael. So magical rune that surround the opening itself. You can try and beat them or physically attack them or something like that. But you do believe that there is some sort of a magical item or artifact needed to actually shut down the psionic energy flow to this portal. You have a feeling that without that, the physicality of this device is it's not the issue. It's kind of a rift in space-time. So yes, you can destroy the physical element of it. So
yeah.
if the portal will be shut down, it can't be opened again. But just destroying it is not enough right now.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna destroy it anyways.
Okay, sure.
We'll find the real door later.
Sure. So you drop and start hacking at the portal with your mighty new sword. So you chip around like you fly bits and bytes of rock, which is amazing. Some of the Illithid kind of take notice and shriek as they approach to attack you, but Zentarim agents stop them. So this fight is still going on. I won't have you roll for attack. Simply roll the damage. And let me know.
Okay. So wait, how much damage does it?
Like a great sword?
Oh yeah. What's plus the radiant. That sucked. 5, 13, 17?
17 points of damage. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Great. So you kind of disabled, let's say, like 2 out of 10 runes that surround it with this attack. Fantastic. So that was a round. Enderist, what do you want to do?
So can you remind me what the star key or whatever it is look like?
It's I don't know. What does it look like?
No, I don't remember. Asking me to describe it to you, make it up. I would think that it's like a amulet, like a mithril or amulet about yay big with like a starburst pattern on it, but it's like filigree work. No, looks like something you would put into like a stone wall and turn it. It's that kind of a design.
That works.
So,
amazing.
Yes, can I make an Arcana check to see if I know how to do this?
Go for it.
Or do I just know how?
It's your father's work, so I would say that you get an advantage on the roll either way.
Hey, 16.
Yeah, it's magic, you know.
So 16 total on my Arcana check.
Yeah. So yeah, you believe that if you kind of attach it to the topmost rune and simply click it into place, this will shut down the portal. And since ForGar mutilated some of the rune, it won't be able to open again.
How high up is that? Like how high up do I have to go?
That's you can do it with your movement. That's not a problem because Brookvi has put you close enough.
Okay, well then I'll do that. I'll just reach up and slap it on.
So as you latch it on, suddenly all of the psionic energy that surrounded it kind of is being drawn back to the stone, and from the stone to the crystal chamber, and from the crystal chamber up to the pipes that connect it to its energy source, and all of the tunnels that you're in kind of fade out into darkness. They were kind of partially lit by this the portal and the shiny crystal. As you do that, there is this explosion, and psionic energy that has been trapped has no way to go because it doesn't power the portal any longer, and it simply detonates underground. I need you all to make this is a charisma saving throw.
Wow.
Good for me.
Does the tinfoil hat help in any way?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a tinfoil hat, you can make the check with an advantage.
Okay.
I remember that paladin auras.
+3.
Okay. I got a 25.
Yeah.
5 is amazing.
That's my thing.
26 for Rugby.
Ooh.
Also my thing.
Yeah.
It's also my thing. 31.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, we're so sociable.
It's not really my
Yeah.
thing. Here we go. 13.
A what?
13.
Okay, 13.
ForGar?
I'm good at this.
Oh, yeah.
I got a 24.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, you're all amazing. Besides, there's
2/3 of this party is charisma based.
yeah. So basically, you all managed to push through this explosion of energy. You a little bit from the nose, from the ears, but all of the people around you, including the mind flayers, simply drop like puppets without their puppeteer. But in the Zentarium, the ones who are protected by the ring are still up, but all the other creatures are simply fall, bleeding from their eyes, noses, ears, etc. Unfortunately, Peleus, you failed the save, so you take 46 points of this is psychic damage, and you are stunned for 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also down.
Okay. And then there is this weird silence all around you. You have a feeling that this explosion is like extended throughout the city. So you have no idea like what's the status. Yeah.
I look at my wife and I ask her, "Can you lead us out of this hallway? I want to get outside." And I carry the Harshnag head along with me.
I revive Peleus with Aura of Vitality.
Okay. So you all slowly emerge from this chamber, leaving behind the bodies of the mind flayers and their pets. The Zentarium, those who remained alive after this attack, slowly climb the stairs with you, and you come to behold a destroyed city. So the energy explosion was so strong that it basically laid waste to the minds of almost all of the people who were in miles of radius of the portal. So most of them are littered on the floor, in all kinds of frightened or shaken or shocked expressions on their faces, but they're all obviously dead. And a couple of miles after that, you can see people kind of move in a state of shock. People are stunned, and back in the horizon, you can still see those greenish clouds form and get closer and closer to the city. So this is the scenery that expects you as you move out.
As we walk out of the tunnels, I'm just going to look at you guys like, you guys look like fools with those hats on.
Yeah.
And
It's worth it.
move over to Corey and quietly say what happened in there.
Quarian
Towards ForGar, because I'm assuming ForGar is like walking around in a bit of a stupor and kind of shocked at himself. Now he's carrying this huge fucking sword that's glowing. So
And there's a head Quarian's carrying, right?
yeah. So I put that picture in the chat, by the way, just to give you an idea of the scale of a frost giant head.
What's the size?
Well, I mean, it's the size of a human.
The head is the size of a human? Yeah, I'm not carrying that. It's still
your torso and
I'm not carrying it like that. I'm still carrying. It's still being carried on my objects that are kind of animated. I hope they held so far. It's like 1 minute long. I'm going to call down our Nautiloid to come pick us up from where we are, and I tell to you like I tried to tell you telepathically if you're listening.
We can't unless you can. Mine only goes one way.
Oh, all right, and I'll try to take you aside where ForGar can't hear me well. I don't know, maybe he's distracted or something. And I tell you that I saw him killing Harshnag. He chopped off his head, and it looked like he felt awesome about it.
Right. So then, while we're waiting for the Nautiloid, I'm going to walk over to Harshnag, or not Harshnag, ForGar. Okay. I'm going to say, "Welcome to the Shadow, brother," and walk away.
I'm walking around with like evil people.
Rugby walks up to you,
Evil
Quarian,
are us.
and he says, "What are you gonna do with that head?"
You going to eat that?
Let's look for a cleric.
Well, I have Revivify. Oh, never mind. I just used it. Never mind. Tomorrow, though. Revivify, maybe.
Revivify, you have to get there within a minute.
Never mind. Still getting used to this paladin stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Getting
we
to
need,
a cleric.
we'll need true resurrection for this because we've only got the head. Well, you've only got the head.
We're loaded, so I got
Yeah.
2,000 gold.
I don't think that's enough, but whatever. I really don't care
That's
whether we
some free
resurrect.
money.
I'm going
If you could
to.
peek into my brain a little bit, Anders really feels like in the course of this adventure, he's turned two paladins to his side. Just like you feel, just just by being around you guys, not that he's evil, he's not evil, but that you're no longer so righteous,
Yeah.
and he feels pretty good about that.
Annabeth comes your way, Aquarian, and she looks at the head and she kind of nods and says, he told the Mind Flayers some of its secrets, but it seems like he knew why the giants have risen. It seems like someone or something have kidnapped their king. And she kind of shrugs and say the giants have this weird caste system. Each type of giant is kind of a class above the other, with storm giants probably at the top. And without their king, all of the other giants basically ignored their caste system. There was no one to place them in check, and they started ravaging the earth to, I don't know, maybe appease their gods or something weird as that. Well, we have only one choice now. We have to talk with the dragons. Only the dragons can save us now. There's no other power in Faerun who can stop the Mind Flayers. We were hoping to find what happened to their king, to the giant king, and maybe turn the giants to our cause, fighting the Mind Flayers. But now, when this knowledge is gone, we have to crawl back to the dragons, and I'm afraid that the price that we'll have to pay will be too great.
But surely there's a way to get the information out of this. The amount of brain things that I've seen these past couple months, we have this giant brain here with us, or maybe we can resurrect it.
She shrugs and says maybe, but if it was that easy, I'm sure the Mind Flayers wouldn't simply leave it like this. It probably has something to do with those tentacles they shoved into his brain. I'm not sure what they did there exactly. My hunch is that this, and she points at the head, is useless. But
give us a chance first before you go to the dragons.
Did you?
The Illithids have to go through us to get to his brain right now. I say with my 8 hit points.
So
you guys were hoping to get the king of the giants from wherever he is, and then try to get the giants on your side, right?
Yes, it seems for some reason that the Mind Flayers didn't kill their king. They trapped it somewhere. There was talks and visions and fragments of memories about some prison somewhere.
And you were hoping that Harshnag would be able to tell you where?
Yes, this is the reason we joined with the Mind Flayers. We saw that we are unable to track the Frost Giant, and she kind of says, if you remember, you tried to save it from the Xanatar's lair. We had a strike force there as well, but some white dragon attacked. It was a mess. And then we lost track of the giant, and eventually they got it. So we decided to bet against all odds and appear to be joining forces with the Mind Flayers to get as close as possible to them. Obviously, this didn't work out as well as we thought it would.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Try to resurrect Harshnag?
Yeah, I think we should.
There was also the matter of, we came here instead, but there was a matter of going to, wow, I can't remember what it was called, but to go talk to a shaman or an oracle. Yeah.
Yeah, the Oracle. So, I mean, by the sounds of that, Oracle might be able to give us information that normal humans or normal humanoids can't.
Mm-hmm.
I assume, by the way, that we've found some sort of cover or protection, like we're in an old smash-in warehouse or something. We're not just in the street chatting.
Yeah, you found cover, and the Nautiloid is about to get here. This is between She so
I'm not super stoked about resurrecting him.
I wonder why.
See that
I wonder
out loud?
why.
I just smile at that. There's alternatives to resurrecting. If we just want information, there's much easier ways to get information from a head.
He was on a
That's
pilgrimage.
why I took his head off.
You what?
Why don't we pick up some scrolls of Speak with Dead, and then we can just question Harshnag.
No more questioning. Harshnag doesn't deserve any more questioning. He needs to be resurrected, and he needs to go on his pilgrimage to see the Oracle, which he got interrupted in. That's what Rugby says.
Opposed to trying, as long as we can protect the head from the Zentarum. If there's any hint that the Zentarum, or the Mind Flayers, either or, and I kind of look at your wife pointedly, are going to get his head, then we have to destroy it. Because they'll do the exact same thing. And Speak with Dead, it doesn't matter who you are. They'll answer the questions.
Yeah, we can try that.
That's
Do
why
we know
I
where
killed
where the Oracle is? I remember that only Harshnag knew where it was. I don't think we know where it is.
Oh, that's right. No, wait, no, did we?
He did tell you that there is a map hidden somewhere in Mirabar. But this is basically all you
Mirabar.
know.
Place to search. We'll find it in an hour. Don't worry.
What's in Mirabar? I don't remember.
Vision of the Oracle, but I don't think the Oracle, like the location of the Oracle or anything, was in my vision.
How
It was
big
just
is
like
Mirabar?
standing on a cliff. Mirabar is like thousands, tens of thousands, isn't it?
It's far away, yes.
No, I mean like it's big. It's a big place though, too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a city.
Yeah, it's full-blown city. So
It's like a few days flight from here if we take the Nautiloid.
It's not too much of a trip. For the Nautiloid, it will be pretty fast. Probably a day or two.
Okay. It's worth a shot. And you just need to find Galen somewhere in the streets and pick him up.
right,
He's
Galen.
probably gonna eat the head during the night or something.
Yeah, we need to find Galen.
Well,
Your
what's
Pegasus do that?
my Pegasus? What?
Can your Pegasus fly around and find it? Pegasus are intelligent and wise.
Mm-hmm.
So can it fly
Yeah.
around and see if we can find him?
I let him know. I let Kodiak know to go find Galen.
Okay.
Kodiak.
And okay, so is there a timer on this resurrecting this?
The longer we wait, the harder it gets, but we've got some time.
Like
Have we
24
met any
hours?
powerful? We have met a powerful priest
Who?
at the asylum where my mom died. That guy owes us big time. We saved him and his
Okay.
entire crew.
Let's
Where
cash
was
in
that?
on that favor.
What was that city called? I don't have my map in front of me.
Helm's Hold.
Helm's Hold. Let's go to Helm's Hold. I
Yeah,
also want to go to the Oracle. I have strong impetus to go visit that Oracle, but
let's go lose our minds. Wait, why is this strong? What is the strong impetus, Anders? Are you gonna chop her head off too?
I don't have anything that could chop somebody's head off. The most I've got is this, and I hold up the scalpel.
I
Could
see.
not
It
take a
triggers
long time.
some pleasant memories for Rukvi.
It's
Yeah.
still shining with light, by the way. I removed the
Stop
light.
having flashbacks. I just took psychic damage.
I look at my wife Melba and I ask her, "You have any idea why my dad is fighting whatever it is in Waterdeep?"
She says there are many factions fighting over control with the giants on the loose and with this thing, and she kind of points at all the aberrations kind of, lying on the floor. Something is coming, and she points at the greenish clouds that boil above the sea. And she says, some people trying to avert the situation, some people try to gain from it something. Each and his own agenda. I have no idea what your father is up to. What are you?
What do you want to do? I want to try to resurrect Harshnag. Do you want to come with?
She looks at her Zentarian friends and she says, we will be heading, I'll tell you exactly where. It's a place called, I think it's the Valley of Kadroon, right? Let me just make sure.
So,
Is this where where you plan to start talking with the dragons?
Yes, it's not the Valley of Kadroon. It's someplace else. She says there is
They helped us before.
There is an there's an ancient red dragon somewhere hidden in a valley somewhere in the spine of the world. It's kind of the mountain range that borders the northern part of the Sword Coast. And she says, we have been in contact with this creature before, but the price it demanded for helping us against the giants was immense. But maybe it's time to restart those negotiations.
Got it. What's up with our son, by the way?
He's with his nanny, and she smiles. She is a Zentarian too.
Where are they?
In
the
Waterdeep.
city?
Yeah.
In Waterdeep. Okay.
Point of order, just a quick question, Ito. The spell Resurrection just says you need to touch a creature that's been dead for less than a century.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need the whole creature?
Resurrection, let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says you have to touch the creature that's been dead. You touch a dead creature that has been dead for no more than a century, didn't die of old age, isn't undead.
If you resurrect him, is he just gonna turn into a sentient head?
I think he would just die pretty quick.
Get resurrected and then die because it's
It says
just dead.
it restores any missing body parts. So
Oh, does it?
This is
Yeah.
what it says.
So then we only
Body
need
parts.
we only need a small part then. We don't have to haul around a fucking head of a frost giant.
No, come on.
I'm not carrying it. I'm not carrying any less than that.
I'll carry him.
Get rid of the brain, then we don't have any risk of
No.
anybody
Still
getting
don't
the
think we should be
information.
resurrecting him.
If
What?
if we resurrect him with no brain,
It'll regenerate. It'll regrow all missing body parts. All we need is like a tooth.
Is that true?
He has
It's
too
true.
much knowledge. Like his knowledge is
Exactly.
going to cause the end of the world. We shouldn't be resurrecting him.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Then we have to
Who,
destroy
who,
the
who told
body
you that
down there.
nonsense?
I mean, there's
Who
no
told you
guarantee
that,
that we're going to
ForGar?
resurrect him anyways, but
I don't know who told me that. Like I was getting ready. There's the sword told me that,
Sword.
and
What is that
yeah.
nice sword you have?
Who gave you
Right.
that sword?
Can I cast a spell on that sword real quick? About 10 minutes?
Really quick for like an
Yeah.
hour here.
10 minutes. You can be here. I just need to hold it for 10 minutes. Can I? And I'll
Fine,
just
you can look at
step
the
forward and
sword.
reach out
Yeah,
my hand like.
yeah,
Okay.
you can look at the sword. Totally.
I'm going to cast Identify on it.
Okay.
Yes, I know it's a Holy Avenger, but what else is it?
It's not of this time.
So that's all I know?
Yes, it's a relic of a kingdom that has yet to be born.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Future sword.
And you do kind of have vague memories of you being on board a flying ship with a captain named Zandala. I don't remember who broke into her map room, but
That would be me.
you
I
have
did.
seen the kingdom of, like, the empire of Arkhosia stretched across the northern parts of the Sword Coast from west, like from east to west. And she told you that she came from that period to make sure that the timeline is set straight, to make sure that the human race continues.
Sure. Okay. Well,
My
give it
king.
back.
And this
Give you back
this
the sword.
this sword is from Arkhosia, that realm.
All right.
I
Didn't
want
get anything else. I was wondering if it was cursed or not, which I obviously don't know. So
to speak with Corin's wife, Isabella, no?
Annabeth.
Annabeth. I don't know why I thought Isabella. Annabeth, so we're gonna try to resurrect or get information from this head or some part of Harshnag's head. But according to Anders here, somebody might be able to resurrect somebody else from any part. So if somebody gets a piece of the body down there,
You
it might be trouble.
You do know, as a paladin, that usually those spells doesn't work if the creature doesn't want to be resurrected. Like, he knows who is trying to do what with its body parts.
Yeah.
So if the soul doesn't want to return, it doesn't.
All right. Well, I trust Harshnag. Never mind.
good point. So yeah, I've got like the mouth open and I'm trying to get a tooth out.
What again?
All right. Where's that sword again?
Not working very well because I'm very small and weak.
Okay. And
Wait, what are you doing? Sorry.
I've got Harshnag's head open and trying to get his tooth out.
Just cut
No.
part of his ear.
No. Oh, I'm fine with his head being heavy. I'm pretty sure the Illithid can carry it.
Yeah, it can, but then we've got. But so here's my point.
Mm-hmm.
Any cleric that's as powerful as us, or even less powerful, can cast Speak with Dead. If they get this from us, and it's got a brain and a mouth, then they can get the answers that they want. If we destroy it, except for a tooth, they can't cast Speak with Dead on a tooth. You need to have a head.
Okay,
So
so like I'm starting to be in on this plan. I still don't think we should be resurrecting him, but we definitely shouldn't be carrying the head around.
On the plus side, if you do plan on double crossing us again and destroying this tooth, making sure we can't resurrect him, a tooth is a lot easier for you to steal and destroy than a whole head. So
I never betrayed any of you.
Look, you get to betray us once. Everybody gets to betray everybody once in this team. But
I
second time,
saved
you
the
gotta say
world.
something.
I did this for
gotta
peace
talk it
and justice. They were
Corin-
trying to bring chaos.
Corin, you can still betray us. I'll forgive you.
that's right.
Paley's tried to kill us under that ship by destroying and flooding everything. So that
Mhm.
you're lost yours.
What? No.
I have never betrayed you guys.
Didn't betray anyone.
Never. I
But
only had some zombies around, and you guys didn't like that.
and you adjusted your tune accordingly and had less zombies.
That was nice.
Exactly.
Thank you.
It was a lot less hassle. I didn't have you breathing down my neck. Which I feel like I could go back now and just like go back to that because you've got no moral high ground whatsoever.
Yeah, where's this Nautiloid getting here, and Quarian?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So,
Taking its own.
so the
Where's your
Nautiloid, the
I
Nautiloid
was the
lands.
chosen one.
The Nautiloid kind of lands, and the tentacles that operate it kind of create this huge dust cloud around it. And as its hatch opens, out of the dust, there is a figure moving out of the shadow. The only thing that you can see from this figure is its red lightsaber.
God damn.
Ah.
That approaches
That's your dad.
kind of, and this was where we'll stop for tonight.
Yeah.
Epic Vader and hallway scene? Oh no.
It was Dad, right? He had a red energy sword.
Yeah.
Right? On face him? Yeah.
So
Oh.
low on spell right now.
Yeah.
It's always two.
I didn't cast invisibility, did I? No. I have 1/3 level slot. What do I have left? Jesus, we're in trouble.
I have some smites left.
I have 1
Yeah,
6
yeah.
and 1 third, I think. That's it.
Oh, that's nice. I have 4 firsts, 2 second, and a third. So that's not so bad. But
No, I'm
not
not counting the first and second.
Yeah, I'm sure the Republic officers said the same things when Vader kind of cracked the door open. I've got third level spells. I've got flurry of blows. I've got we're good. We're good. 2 seconds afterwards.
We need our farmer to come and save us. Stunning strike, stunning strike, stunning.
Okay, so hopefully the next game won't be in 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Let's try and make it happen in 2 weeks' time. And yeah, thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Hey, are we 14th level yet?
I think you are. This kind of, yeah. Why not?
That would be good timing because
Yeah.
then we might get another spell slot before we fight Daddy.
Level 14.
Wow. Awesome.
That's that makes perfect sense. Amazing, guys. Thank you very, very much. It's good to see you all, and stay strong.
Thanks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Thanks
Bye,
for
guys.
joining, man.
I'll get a new webcam for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see your face. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night.